Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch the program dem, but you no subscribe to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. And no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more.
Julius, from last year, I'm not example for this year.
Yeah! God, let's see.
Okay.
Deserve better.
Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch the program dem, but you no subscribe to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. And no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for your effort for share this program. Yeah! God bless you.
Una kusha and cover with good people and inside of one big family house. Well, of course, as una know, every day we dey bring them to una ask. Them they pull out for we self not dey gree for make it expire. We dey bring that to we family members them at least we all dey rub mouth and discuss so we dey know waiting dey happen inside mama salon. Well, the family them today we main topic as the team when they set up for Lara till Pearce, waiting I mean the tribunal where una the hear about, the team don't take oath. So we dey hope and see how this therefore can happen inside we yard. But it's still not tap deal. This other one, some of you go doubt and some of you go argue. But we there for defend, waiting with the talk because we always get proof. As we all know, we get a VP where we call the second caretaker now we had, when Julius Jallo. As we now know, in Boston travel, we don't know the county again, but the VP only 3 times from last year to now, it traveled only 3 times. Well, even the 3 times we famulem. Now only African country them, it just go the neighboring country them. It not even go far. What do you think, but the issues there inside we are there? If for be so or not so if for be the caretaker, if they fly, the count will not serve, but the VP now only 3 times.
Well, this and plenty other things in there for you. Interesting things there. We still there inside the manifesto promise. Ask the caretaker say, he don't done the manifesto and he don't even do more. We come to that one day. My name is Pierre, the freedom fighter.
And me, Nabagure Kablai from the north.
Papa they win. Okay. So where's the Papa they win now? How the government now? Better than
No. Na ba ayaki no mo. Pa tofane. Angi bogu. Se angi bogu abino. Afoga abino. Na ba tamua kama abemba ba burevo. Tamua kama toyombo afoga. Ago burevo. I tell people that I forgot. I forgot. I don't regret that. I don't fear. I be no. Never. Tamua kama bembra one pray for. I go pray for Maada. Angry bogu. I don't know. I don't travel. Now waka president. Maada bio. Money not there. It gone. It right. Maada bio. I regret that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I dey continue for flying.
How you enjoy? And what you understand by this man in Grumble one?
But I get one problem with plenty people inside we are right now. In as much as waiting the man talk, na the thing wey dey happen, but they no go value wetin they say. They go just take and make fun. Most of the people inside the yard, then they hide behind their finger, where then they tell them for come out complain, cry of waiting they happen, then they hide. Then they endanger, then Christmas they also. Every day then they take Christmas them, put them per video, they make late and they talk. That one they not done. Because the Christmas themselves will get right now. They not the watch. How you talk, whether you crazy or you not crazy, so then they come back at you for can begin beat you. So this not the thing where they happen right now. People them really need for the avoid for the do make them Christmas they also they do video. If they no say things more, if they no say really waiting they happen, they're not glad. Let them come out. Like how we know the idle face today and tomorrow. Let them come out and able for make let people and no say they're not glad. But some of them things they are not really done, it's not really fine.
Well, that's not the other angle. The other angle, as to now all see now Christmas now in the grumble body country at ship so must know how things don't tranga inside Mama Salon. Well, because the time where the country be better small, some of them Christmas are put them pass now some people in behind then they meet crowd.
I still not agree with you. For let you know say thing not tranga, thing really sweet. Watch how the election results enter like. The one they will get sense where they vote. Because then people are where they crumble so they not get sense so they never allow them for vote. But if thing really tranga now then they come out and say, so I no go still agree with you until the people are ready for stand up for themselves and left for do them kind of thing they are so to people them.
No, well, I think if you go on that side, I support you 100%. Because we were the grumble, the small election, the first, and so it go. We not see no difference. So we wonder now how 2023 get for be like. Anyway, my brother, I support you because it look like some people not even suffer. Now, noise no more command they make.
Okay, before we continue with any other thing, you be begin talk about something just now, where you talk about Julius, right?
Yeah.
So if that be the case, let we go quick and show people them something quick, yeah. And we dey inside the vice president in Facebook page. If you see from this side, you see vice president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So this now in Facebook page. May people then please. Awale we begin count quick one, yeah, and see waiting with the try for talk, yeah. Because normally they get media people them where they update them things there. So for sure you say they really they update them with any activity of this gentleman. Let me first of all see the recent one. The recent one where when I trip when I yesterday now in this where go na Ghana, Accra Ghana. This now we go Ghana as it still they talk about this MCC. Then they try for do this experience sharing. This now we go na Ghana yesterday. Now in this way they're able for snap them pictures there so where then send. So there we go. Ghana na one my brother take notes from here. Ghana yeah. Just the count from Ghana. This morning,
One.
yes, this na free to electricity, free to. This one, low local side. Early today, I had a great meeting with the Prime Minister of Guinea. This one. Okay, this one will not able for confirm who I be because they're not waiting them. But let we get a bonus, yeah. Say na Guinea go. Let we get a bonus say
Yeah.
Guinea. So count 2. This one, now with the medicine sans frontier. This one are inside the country, yeah, the 25. Let me see. This one a whole conversation with United States ambassador. This one are inside Freetown. This one, of course, this one are Kono. This one a whole with who that? A whole with women's forum. Yeah, this na inside the country. This one, of course, not only in boss. This one, of course, na inside the country. This year now. This one na inside the country. The time whether for MBB. This one na inside the country. Let me see. Yes, Government Technical Institute. Yeah. This one again na National Youth Summit na inside the country. Let me look at this one. This one again. My official working visit to the Republic of Liberia. This now the time we go Liberia, just not this being time. We go get plenty in thing. Almost you don't go. 3. All right. Let we see this. This one same inside Liberia. All of this na Liberia. Yes, this na in Oponwea. This all na Liberia. Yeah. This self, let me see, beside this be. Since the beautiful sister country, Liberia, this self na Liberia, okay. This na inside we own country. Alright. Of course, this, let me see, today I joined the Minister of Health na inside the country. Alright, this self na inside the country. All of this na inside the country. Come on, inside the country. Okay, I had a meeting with the tribal head. Fine, inside the country, western area. This self na inside the country. Okay, this self na inside the country. MCC we then go pay and visit. Yeah, this self na inside the country. Alright, let me go. This self na inside the country. This self na inside the country. Launching of the revised national youth policy inside the country. This self na inside the country. Let me go. Inside the country. Inside the country. How much we don't count? This na inside the country. Can you? How much we don't country?
We only get 3.
This, that, all things inside the country. Let's see inside this. Jule there. Tulip inside the country. Inside the country. Inside the country. Alright. This na the one we make number 4. This one is Senegal, in Macky Sall. And this visit, interestingly, apart from inside this here, we don't get number 3. It don't go Ghana, it don't go Liberia, then with this one Guinea, inside 2021, 3. Inside this travel to Senegal be March 2020. You understand? So we talk and say from March. So December 2021. Now we add one. So now 4 times he traveled out of the country. And all are African country. He visits Macky Sall, he visits Oponwea, he visits the Prime Minister of Guinea. And what's that again? Senegal. All right, it's Macky Sall. So 4 trip I make out of the country. 4. From March 2020. Yeah? Oh my God. Something look wrong today with the let's see. Right. Before that, as we don't take the one and day, let me just see something quickly. Let me just take this short break again. We'll come back just now, please.
Papa the win. Okay. So where is the Papa the win now? How the government now? Better than
No. Na ba ayaki no mo. Pa to fane. Angi bogu. Angi bogu abino. Afoga abino. Na ba tamu akama bemba ba burevo. Tamu akama toyombo afoga. Ago burevo. I tell people that I forgot me. I don't regret that. I don't fear. I be no. Never. Tamu kama bemba one pray for. I go pray for Maada and the bogu. I don't know. I don't laugh. Now waka president. Maada bio. Money not there. It gone. It right. Maada bio. I regret that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I dey continue for flying.
Well, now the thing in this. Yes, so I let you don't see 4 out of the country, Julius. And almost the caretaker don't do able count.
Huh?
Caretaker almost don't do able count.
You want me to sleep here today? But anyway, as we dey talk, caretaker in trouble, we not able count. Family where they listen we. This now the thing where they go on under the new direction, as them say, the SLPB misdirection. We get advice, caretaker, when are the second gentleman. You know they even, I don't know how to put the word, but you not even get voice. But I used to talk something at this channel, say, the role where Julius for play already na in Sisio Genge the play. You go facing a joke on a lie, maybe you the benefit at the meantime. But when you look how the setup they go, certain places the way Julius supposed to go. Now Oga pass and Cecil Genge they go. So that's don't make we not even get caretaker where other people are aware of. Sometimes they Julius Jalo pass somebody call him. Honestly speaking, even now we had pass somebody call him, you click say now the second gentleman. Because they make sure for Massam, they make sure for Shilam in the way, and not they able to do nothing as a second gentleman. Could you imagine? 4 times now you don't travel. Ghana, Guinea, Senegal, and Liberia.
From March
so we really don't know
2020.
if we really don't know what to make caretaker not be done announce we real VP. But I think he talk indirectly, Shembepe, if you remember. You know, but the caretaker, you say?
Oh, continue.
The caretaker who gets today, as we can talk, or Alpha side you say, you not care about the better people. Now the Fukari people in care about. Meaning people away not get nothing for add. Now we add like Sisio Genge just for taking away and set conviction. Because first say if this man for be allowed this second gentleman when a Julius Jallo, maybe he said get in your role where if for play where for be greater now we had in as much as they are all fever animal trap, they don't bend. But for me, Pierre, if even them are common power, I'm not able to judge this man say you're not capable of the position. No. Because they not give him chance. For make we see what they in him. For make we see equalities them as a second gentleman. I don't know what thing you takes, but now so me look at the whole situation.
Well, like you don't talk all thing done. If the Mamina power don't take over, so what do you expect? Because if he don't take over, then nothing what they for do. Understand? So then they will think say you didn't on the right track. You know, you don't say everything. So now that anyway. Not until today we don't begin to watch how the game they play. So if it happens so today, I think we just take and say, okay, this is an opportunity. The man don't travel now. So let me see how best we can able for Rob Mott inside that particular thing there. So now the thing landing no more. Anyway, welcome everybody one more time, please. If you just join me, it's for the like button, share the program, and make sure say you left your comment down. We get a small each today with regards the Facebook. We get a stop abruptly, but like the YouTube self, we find out say the notification slow today. I don't know what happened. Anyway, wow. I think by the way, you really need for Mikle and Jules begin the worker fast.
But I'm not get the power. That's not the problem.
Okay.
The one we get the power, we for do. I mean, not the do.
Well, and you know, say some people like in have some side for let them see them no more.
Well, I think you get more role for play because now you're.
Okay, if you say so, then I go try for see waiting I can do. With
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway. So let we go. Let me go quick one. Inside the census. Census, we see say something that happen with regards to census. Let's just see waiting. They actually go on. Will they come back just now?
Well, we did a very advanced stage. We did train 15,000 field workers. 15,000. We call them field workers because some of them will be the enumerators, some of them will be the supervisors. And we done also get teams of data quality monitors. We don't plan lots of things. So the training just stay done now. And so as soon as the training is done, then we deploy them. That day we deploy them, in fact, could be the census night. And so at that stage that day we really don't prepare well. And if we don't get to the stage where we're able to train 15,000 people, and the good thing with the country for know, we train them at the district headquarter towns. That day we get for deploy them. We will not recruit them. We make the recruitment district-wide. We council members and other committee stakeholders. We go interview everybody. This was quite some time ago. Now the COVID no more had make sure that this thing push.
15,000 field workers them. What's are the role of them different field workers there also at the census process?
Yes, it's you get the one they will call enumerators. The one they will get for go now the host them, for go talk to people them, for go talk to the household head, for go ask the question. But then you get among those ones, the supervisors, that the one they already say, that then they look and see if the work they go on well. And this time we they use tablets, so the supervisor go able to know what thing they happen. And we self go there, the headquarters and other places, they see what thing they happen at the various districts. So them 15,000 people, and they're so critical. And the training we don't give them, or they give them, where they end up to Wednesday, a very solid training where this country's youth they get for the first time, and using tablets, digital technology for good count.
So apart from the counting, now waiting exactly go for happen at this process.
Yeah, well, then
like the kind information we then go for ask now waiting exactly go for time.
Yes, then go ask what we call socio-economic demographic. This and that will ask you. They ask you about your date of birth, they ask you about your name, would that sleep na the house, and they ask other things then, but would they talk about mortality, would that be done dying at this house, would they ask you a lot of other things there. So that this is the main reason we would encourage people for answer them question there. Because which would they get the information, would they get now good information where the country will need for plan.
Now 2 days away from the census process itself, where they start this Friday, when at the 10th of December. Waiting at the current status in terms of cooperation between statistics salon and the general public, specifically set of people we get to do with civil society organizations and political parties them way beyond the race concern. What's the current status of the cooperation and coordination?
Well, we actually, I think we get for first of all tell everybody that this country, the civil society organizations, the political parties, and the people at large, everybody, for tell them thank you for the cooperation so far. We don't do even a pilot census. The pilot census we go now all sides of this country, and we do it successfully. There were no issues. We get the data. We don't analyze now. That pilot census now in the guide we forgo before. We now make, in fact, we feel so good about the training what they do. Now, based on the issues where we get from the pilot census, now we train the enumerators for go back to the field. So the political parties, the people, everyone, would tell them thank you. And as I speak from here, I go to a meeting of the advisory council. The advisory council, the membership of that council, now then the stakeholders there we talk about. All political parties did it. APC, SLPP, NGC, Dr. Dennis Bright, they all don't go and start SL. And I expect them back today. We don't call them for let them come.
They don't endorse the process?
Well, they participating in the meetings that we call them to already tell me say they endorse. They were there. And even for APC, Ambassador Dr. Yansane, CSF Nain called me for nominate Dr. Richard Conte for leading at their committee. So they expect Dr. Conte this morning at the meeting.
When then discussions here and then acceptance here come?
No, what you talk about acceptance. Me, no, which are you talk? We not get meetings where we set up the committees. We send invitation letters to them, and they all don't nominate. All nominate their own key people and for go represent them at the meetings. And they've been attending the meetings. So
discussions when I don't get at the meeting, yeah, any sign of expression they foresee then supports the process?
Like your example, Dr. Dennis Bright in particular, as an example, when he been go one of the meeting and now I say, oh, it was good, he went to the meeting. Because all the talk when they talk outside, when they go, I present to them actually the objectives, like within when I don't agree with the president self make Panay announcement. I don't explain really what he make we get for do this midterm census and all. It's just if you talk on record that he was happy he went, you know. So and all the other, I think now being the second meeting for the APC party, go down Mr. Collier and I attend, then the APC, SLPP self get, and then all political parties, the APA, then self been there, and all other stakeholders were there. They read, of course, what they happen these days. I mean, the statements that time. It's unfortunate, but we still engage.
That is exactly our goal, because from the onset, we have raised these issues. I mean, Samuel just raised some points I think we need to look at. He said we participated in the first meeting and then thereafter we left. And he cited the constitutional provision and he made a statement supported by instruments. And that is where the problem started. When His Excellency made the pronouncement, Sierra Leone, before the instrument was even taken to Parliament, started the exercise right away. And that is where we started raising issues that no, you are not supposed to start anything when Parliament has not given its blessing to this whole exercise. And since then, we all saw what happened, how the instrument was laid, the chaos that happened in Bintumani. Parliamentarians had to be called from vacation to rush the instruments through in a very wrong manner. And so we cannot be part of such process of an exercise to which our president has told us that he wants to correct anomalies. And we come and be part of even a bigger anomaly in terms of constitutional provisions and you name it. And you rightly stated, Sierra Leone on 2 or 3 occasions pushed the census, timeline. And even by your own definition, my dear friend Ansumana, it is no longer midterm. Because if you're saying you're taking 6 months before or 6 months after, census was supposed to have been done in December 2020 from His Excellency pronouncement. It was pushed to April 2021. That we did not meet. If you even take April 2021 to December 2021, it is past 6 months. No. So it can no longer be, midterm census.
So you have to check when we had the last census.
It is no longer be.
We had the last census in December 2015.
It can no longer be 2021. And let me come to one key area that they are emphasizing on. This area of 3A, data. The fact of the matter is, like he stated, 3A, you have to combine, different villages to ensure that you meet the 80 to 120 household, threshold. And so in instances like that, when you bring in together villages, the codification will be different. The manner in which they do the coding will be different than areas wherein the thresholds were met. And so, unfortunately, they will find difficulties in decoding because all of the staff that were involved in that particular exercise were sacked. So, of course, you'll find...
Well, we cannot cry over spilt milk anymore. So, the date is almost here. It's 3 days, 3 days to the 10th.
If the consultants advise that go count, he's simply telling you, this just made up less than 5% of the total data in 2015.
It's
so
Samuel.
If he says go count, it doesn't mean go do overall census. Just go count the few
Samuel, I think everyone is anticipating whether the census would go on or not.
No,
what assurance can you give now? It's 3 days to the 10th.
We are all set for the 10th. The 9th is the critical date because we're doing a de facto census. So the 9th is the census night. So where you slept on the night of the 9th, which is Thursday, is where you'll be counted to prevent double counting. So we are urging Sierra Leoneans. The census is going ahead as planned. We are on track, and we are urging Sierra Leoneans to ensure they allow our enumerators. We have provision, Section 8 and Section 15 of the Census Act makes it a crime for you not to talk to our enumerators. It's a crime that is convictable, all right? So we do not want to actually reach that level. We know Sierra Leoneans are peaceful people. We are pleading with them to allow our enumerators into their homes, into their offices, so that they can be counted.
Well, of course, my people, na in that so una self don't hear the think and two where they go on about the census business inside Mama Saloon. Well, beyond doubt where I get, of course, we all don't hear the big officials them don't come and tell me see they don't train 15,000 people only for this census, and then train them in a digital way when I taps them they use. Okay, no problem. As the caretaker, we don't pronounce this census in go on before. But between me and you, Fambulem, we hear several complaints and grumbulem to people inside we yada where them say they no get for grief for make them count them inside the census business. So make we take on this other angle. If majority of them people they are not grief for make them count them, and then the government go ahead and pull the officials they're asking them for go count. At the end of the whole report, we get as a nation. And when you look at this census thing, the way they pronounce and say midterm to the time whether they can do them, for me, I don't feel this is a midterm again. Because already now December we this right now 2021. But we don't really know the plans or the aims and objectives of caretaker why make indecisive this census will go on as of this time. But if you talk of midterm census, you can't do it now, December 2021, and officially a midterm again. I rest me case so, my brother.
So, as opposition and the call say the midterm census, the young people them not for mixed param. Well, the government, say them good parenting for threatening people them. Nobody not get rights for do what they want for do. So then say provision day in the census law, we say if you fail for give information, but on the census and this them, then go convict you. I mean, say then go arrest you and then go carry go na court. Well, we know say then go do them. Then go arrest few people them. Yeah, but and because na the opposition talk, but anything where na them do, nothing happen. Yeah, they not even see the person where they commit the crime. Like for example, the person na Dugu. But that election where they see fraud inside election, where then they na jailable something, na something where they can lock somebody for. Next day they not see the person again. Anyway, I think say na so now this done the we just sit on the wait. Let we see inside this they go. In the meantime, then just send you this song, hello, just listen quick.
C'est au lema. Africa Love Entertainment. Check the ball and the mic. Mad mix play the beat. We say no, no. To meet up census. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet up census. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet up census. We say no, to meet up census. The Leone say no, to meet up census. We say no, to meet up census. The Leone say no, to meet up census. We say no, to meet up census. The Leone say no, to meet up census. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet up census. The government of the people, oh, by the people. Now in a democracy, Una want to the constitution, oh, una don't carry census now. Not to the right time this. We dey expect a more 2025. That money we una want put there. Una continue for develop the country. That money we una want put there. Una continue for develop the country. We dey suffer, no to the right time this. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet time census. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet time census. We say no, to meet time census. The Leone say no, to meet time census. We say no, to meet time census. The Leone say no, to meet time census. We say no, to meet time census. The Leone say no, to meet time census. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet time census. Say you no come by tape, say you no come by color. If you not too Sierra Leoneans, at the time is for stand up. Not at the right time this, but we forget the census. So let we focus, una let we reason. Oh, we all know say democracy in a real consultation. We get with parliament, we get with MPs them. Una go don't come to one and sit down and talk and me. It's not a man country, now we all Leone. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet time census. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet time census. We say no, to meet time census. The Leone say no, to meet time census. We say no, to meet time census. The Leone say no, to meet time census. We say no, to meet time census. The Leone say no, to meet time census. We say no, we say no, we say no, we say no, we say no. To meet time census.
We say no to midterm census, not to me talk about. Now the music will just don't play. Make no can hold music see them so. But beaucoup people them say no to this midterm census. As I don't ask the teacher, if people not come on, although they don't threaten them, my brother just want to tell you now how they don't put Babala word before them say they against the law, they against the act. If you not come out for make them count you or count you, well, now in that too, then go arrest you. Well, other people go look inside, they say, well, what's in the big go be. And if they decide that one day, I wonder, how much cells go full up that day. But people they against the census pambulem, but still, caretaker BO say the census will go on. But my question where I get, they say they don't get 15,000 people there. We're not going to pay them. We're not going to grumble back. We don't want to see demonstration. We don't tire. We not quick for take people them. We not quick for call numbers of people. We don't take for such programs them. But wait time for pay them rich no. Na ala na kuskas na noise. Well, if the census the all water me, I think rather than advice so una way day before the business. We not go out water and for go work at the end of the day. They can't grumble because 15,000 not a small number. As soon as say. People they grow, they not grow after the training. Friday, when they begin the counting. Well, we sit down our corner and they watch, wait till they go on. A good, a bad, we come back and talk them. But we are open and we ask the chair for bring them to people then.
All right, so we get plenty of things that we want for can talk about. If you watch right now, Bible and I don't take over, let's take over. Today we play 90 minutes. In they take 45 minutes, me they take 45 minutes. And they can show and say, any be me fumble and me fumble. I sabi them, pass in. But anyway, let we go first inside the tribunal. As yesterday, members them we get for form the Lara Pearce Tribunal. Also then we get for look inside the allegation them against the Auditor General and one of his deputy. Well, the member they are waiting for Sidon for this case here, so for this investigation, they'll take oath before the president, the caretaker. When they come back, just listen, waiting, come out today.
This is News live on TV. Honorable Justice Nyamufinda Matuli Jones, Chairman, Mr. Lahai Fama, and Mr. Ivan Sisi, members of the Lara Pearce Tribunal have taken the oath of office before President Julius Maada at State House. The tribunal was appointed by President Julius Maada to investigate the Auditor General, Mrs. Lara Pearce, and the Deputy Auditor General, Tamba Momo, for alleged misconduct and lack of professional performance in their activities as Auditor General and Deputy Auditor General, respectively. Justice Nyawo Finda Matiri Jones.
Do hereby in the name of God.
Do hereby in the name of God.
Swear that I will faithfully and truly.
Swear that I will faithfully and truly.
Discharge the duties as chairman of the Judicial Tribunal.
Discharge the duties as chairman of the Judicial Tribunal.
That I will support and uphold the Constitution of Sierra Leone.
And that I will uphold and support the Constitution of Sierra Leone.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will do right to all manner of people.
And that I will do right to all manner of people.
After the laws and usages of Sierra Leone.
After the laws and usages of Sierra Leone.
Without fear or favor.
Without fear or favor.
Affection or ill will.
Affection or ill will.
So help me God.
So help me God.
The chairman and the two members have now taken oath of office before President Julius Maada at State House to commence investigations of the Auditor General Lara Pearce and the Deputy Tamba Momo. Chairman of the Tribunal, on behalf of our team, commended President Julius Maada for the appointment and the confidence reposed in them as well. Honorable Justice Nyawo Finda Matiri Jones told President Julius Maada that they are well prepared, ready and willing to perform the task, as the task actually engages a section of the Constitution which belongs to them as judges. This is an arena that they are very much accustomed to, and between three of them and their several years of experience, they will be able to tackle whatever arises, and they are familiar with the area of law that is engaged. This, she said, as far as democracy is very good news in an employer-employee situation for the employee to be given an opportunity to be able to explain him or herself better.
Your Excellency, I must personally express my gratitude and appreciation for your willingness to allow this process to take place for obvious reasons, so that democracy can really have a chance. We have heard of several unfair dismissal stories around the world. In fact, even for the judges whose protection this was initially intended for. I, in my experience on the bench, have seen that protection being ignored so many times, and nobody said anything about it. It's been quiet. And that is why I am really baffled sometimes when I hear all the anxiety on this occasion, when in fact this opportunity is being given to employees or fellow citizens to clear their name and get a fair chance.
President Julius Maada appreciated them for taking up this new challenge, as they have been meticulously chosen for this purpose, and hope that they will be able to do their best.
I want to thank you for accepting to take on this new challenge, and you have been meticulously chosen for this purpose, and we hope that you will do your best in investigating the conduct of the two people that have been referred to. We have tried as a government to follow the Constitution as much as we can, and we think that we are in compliance, and it is now left with you to investigate the conduct of the people and give a test. I wish you the best and look forward to the report. Thank you.
The chairman will now communicate the date for the commencement of the tribunal to the general public at any time from now. SABC TV News are in Freetown. Hawamosiri reporting.
Well, of course, me fambulem na in that too. As I don't see the video, we don't play. The team don't swear, don't take oath, sorry, before the caretaker say then ready and accept the role where caretaker bio give them as they can look into the case of Lara till Pearce, when are the Auditor General. Well, Fambulem, I think we don't reach now a sign where we also open we eye and we ace foresee waiting they come up behind this case here. If fair judgment get for play it, or if any other yuki game they play it, or if caretaker they just yak people them for make the woman panic. So if you put them back in office in order able to give the proper or right report of the yuki whether they play pan couple business. We hope and see waiting they come up behind that.
Well, and see now, so we see. With the wait now, let me see exactly which thing will be the final part of all of them things there. But in the meantime, now this we do here for so now we do here. And with the wait now for see who's them then go really start this particular tribunal. But somebody will just text say, let not be say now for the big man at the room now and don't set up this tribunal. You feel so? Well,
we not go assume or predict. We go see waiting, then they come out with. Let's see if fair play happen or not.
Alright. No problem. We still wait. But then we get some small changes where they make with regards this particular this particular the list of the one them way actually the makeup of the call listing for me the tribunal. Then we get small adjustments. Now this list I just want for make you get quickly, so you self will know exactly what they happen with regards this tribunal. Then we understand say they replace one of them with another king, Abubakar King. They replace him with somebody else. Let's just get the correct information for you, and then we pass them over so you yourself go able for know exactly what they happen. But anyway, then we understand say they don't replace Abubakar King with one other Ivan or so. You know, if you listen self Abubakar King, your name not they but all the one them way they don't actually equal listing. They don't take oath of office, so they replace them. Well, if that be the case, I think it's fine because we don't see Doya one time where we don't talk say this particular person we're not sure or we not feel say supposed to be part of this. Anybody where don't mix bank corruption business or they don't allege say a mixed bank corruption business, they not for put them on top of anything like of this nature. Yeah, and Gambia one time they will read something say this man been they way then be alleged say money where they for be paying to the coffer of the government in Gambia. If they make them pay into your account, the time the thing come up, if you don't take leave go America from where you go, you know you turn back. So for let them can put them for look clean motor man like that and they well I will not say clean. Person we get credibility like that and they and nothing say be make any sense. So I better they don't look back and don't say okay let them see how they can able for adjust and a small bit. Anyway, if we don't go into this will lead we back to certain thing inside the manifesto. By the way, you be understand or you waiting the caretaker been talking to. The caretaker been say waiting. It say
you ask the people or
no. All waiting there inside the manifesto.
Caretaker say all waiting inputs na in manifesto from them. It don't complete all, and if you begin reading from A, you didn't even jump Z. So we don't know the letter after Z.
Somebody give you the letter after Z. The person give you the letter after Z. They say Azot. And then we been go from Azot to Azonto. Anyway, let me look quick one and see if not true say this man done all waiting he say inside the manifesto. Yeah? Because this time around, is tell we say in people them where they support her, in blind supporter, the way they support them, for able for argue anybody. So we now no one for argue any supporter. We want for just tell caretaker say, yes sir, we don't see waiting inside manifesto. So now that make we they come and put them out. Let we see, and then you can come over. Let's look to the inside improving governance. And inside the improving governance, we they look inside waiting and call building and promoting national cohesion. Okay? National cohesion. So inside this one, inside this national cohesion, let's just watch something quick and see waiting exactly then say as against waiting na the reality na the ground. Remember all this na campaign. Look at this first green part one I highlight so. Then say national unity and cohesion is critical to the coexistence of all segments of Sierra Leone society. That means say our word, nothing very, very important for the country. And say the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, when that TIC reports after the war, report called for a new and equitable citizenship in Sierra Leone. This new citizenship demands a new culture of mutual respect, understanding, and tolerance by Sierra Leoneans for all Sierra Leoneans and other people. Despite the potency of this recommendation, the APC has deliberately chosen to institutionalize, regionalize, tribalize intolerance and extreme partisanship in the governance of the state. All right, you get the word 70. I'm not saying right now, you dey process them. Let me go to waiting and call situation analysis. Let's just read them, let you see. They can't go into this one. How they put the analysis now so they can analyze them. And then waiting at the aim of this thing now for let me see whether waiting they inside the manifesto where they say they don't do everything na reality. Let us take one. In the last 10 years, anything where they read, maybe what take notes because you come inside right from there. In the last 10 years, the building blocks of national cohesion and the feeling of belonging of all citizens have gravely crumbled. That system for say one word, for say I get right for belong, then say that day, it's a way they say crumble, where then they take paper, then montor them, then say enough fine for watch at all. Then say the APC governance strategy has been characterized by divisiveness, exclusion, and the weakening and subversion of state governing institutions. Let's take a right from this side and go straight up to the statistics Sierra Leone. Then say the APC government they don't divide and they make sure one of the strategy now for make sure say they divide and then they left some people them out. Whether they don't make sure say strength no dey pan the state pan the institution they within the country. Let's look at statistics. Initially, the statistician general be they say when they ask them say them people here wanna be they talk to them. I call them the opposition. They don't agree. They get consent for go up. He say because they attend meeting, that ain't a consent. Nothing for sure say yes they don't agree. And if you listen to CD Tunis say, then go meeting one time, two time, then come up with suggestion right from that point. Now they then begin for get misunderstanding because statistics no one for do waiting and they suggest or they no one for discuss waiting and they suggest rather waiting they want for do period na no more they want for do. And if you don't call stakeholders them, you say no una sit down and put ideas. I think say una need for put heads together. So this now one part of them. Yeah, wait and say. Take note of that order. Now let me go before. Then say the patterns of dismissal. Listen, oh. The pattern of dismissal. That way, that's the kind of style where APC they use for sack. The pattern where they use for appoint people them. The pattern where they use for give promotion. The pattern where they use for transfer and within public service, yeah, among the most palpable, threatening our fledgling democracy and national cohesion. You see, then say the kind of thing they are so now they're very, very key in all of the way how they don't their own pattern they make sure say they threaten democracy inside the country. Now, listen well oh, then say the pattern where they use for sack, promote, and transfer and other things them. That pattern they don't make the kind of democracy where we been get, yeah, where we been get in no good again. They were warden at the country in no day. Old man just don't go mix sub division don't dey na the country. Then let's take this other one. Then say since 2007, over 1,000 competent Sierra Leoneans have become victims of dismissal, demotion, transfers to second-rated departments in the civil service, public enterprises, and institutions, military and police, and even the universities and colleges have not been spared. The only crime, listen this one here, very key, before I bring you inside, yeah? Or before I go into that day, I'll allow you first for make some weight. I'd see you take some points. Go ahead.
Well, I'll start with the one word issue where then people are bringing at the table. You know, if we dey talk of division ever in the history of Salone, everybody knows say not to politics talk, but this group of SLPP, because I'm not going to use the word say SLPP, we don't get a group of SLPP where they're not being demonstrated that kind of way this particular squad, where not be even feel say they get the potential and know-how for rule we as we own leaders them. Both the caretaker and a so-called ministers them, because I feel say if we get a sober-minded ministers them, when the caretaker they do certain mistakes, then go they out there for guide them in the way where we did know say when they try but they're not able. But as things they go on right now, they only dance to the same music. So as I say about division, then people don't divide the nation ever. Marginalization, then come force, intimidation. So if then they talk of one word, me by Bure, I doubt the angle where they try for come out from. And then now we jump in the issue of sack and take, give higher position, now different offices. We all see where this government take power, where caretaker bio take power, where he come and demonstrate. We see how many people lost job just in the first phase where I mean, the first 1 year where bio sit on the power. But it not pain we because as a caretaker, they get the right for mark and sack. But the way and manner where if they put people in the offices them, make other people and take notes say they do them because of tribal lines. Now here we play on several videos them who said they sack people in the offices them by son names. Now here we play on videos them who said they sack people them by districts. So the two things that we are on the line where now division and sack people in an office, I don't ever feel see them people for even get mods for measure any of them thing there, because if they do, then just they expose and disgrace themselves more and more.
All right. So inside the sack, for example, statistics where sets a record of sacking, where them to line people them now all begin calling name. One of the prominent name I remember, Alpha Suma de Cote. And so then they call people a name the one for sack them. Anyway, now you don't hear waiting caretaker and in manifesto say APCB they do. Let's take this other part. Let's look at the crime where then people have been commit during the APC term. Then say their only crime is their perceived non-support for ruling APC or their region of origin. Yeah. The only thing we make them the sack them are because they not support them or because of the region or origin. They are big. When I listen this thing quick, ba, at the camp. Wait to make this man be the sack people. I mean caretaker.
They are going to cry foul, as you know. We have to change certain people when we come in. It's done all over the world. Biden did his, and nobody will accuse him of tribalism, regionalism, and that's the same thing that is done in the UK and elsewhere around the world. But for the most part, we have not pushed out anybody from the civil service.
Yeah, but in certain offices, you'd expect that somebody shouldn't lose their job because, you know, of a change in establishment.
Like which office?
Like in certain parastatals, lots of people lost their jobs when he became president. Not necessarily because they were fraudulently or
I'm going to be judged by my performance and delivery. If you are in the opposition and you are going to be a hurdle in my way, I have to get somebody who understands me, who believes in my own manifesto pledges.
A hurdle by not supporting you, or a hurdle by undermining your establishment, or what?
Both. Both. They do a range of things, you know, completely unnecessary.
Should somebody lose their job, Mr. President, because they did not support you?
I did not talk about support.
You said both, Mr. President.
Maybe if somebody does not support me, he is likely to be a hurdle.
3, 2,
much more likely to be a hurdle.
1.
And that's what I'm saying this.
Go.
A very clear formula as Unadon Yeri. If you are from the opposition, you stand as an hurdle. I need to bring people that can support me. Not to me talk about no go school. Na caretaker bio we get boku book. Oh, see where quotes them for graduation. Oh, not know the class where sit down. Now in the talk show. You know, all this we just do for clarify the propaganda allegation on can give for clarify we all lies them on say we didn't lie. Because if Lepo talk and so not play you this until you say back Chembepia and Babure, then they are for talk about who which. But when I don't see the reason why to make caretaker bio with the sack people them exactly as they use the word to not with the sack people them. Let me tell you something. This now the kind of caretaker who we get where any little issue, as long as they get to do opposition in a book in Andy. Most of these that start you go by ill-prone cause. And most of the things that when they happen some of their offices there, then they consult them, then they inform them. Now in the key, they go ahead and command say, you now the director, do this, now this how I do. And exactly what they do. So if they start people then I call it the doubt, what do they start this person? Beyond after a chemistry, opposition people stand as an hurdle for them, and the only thing what they do is for pull them out and bring people them where they can so in tune. So this is clear. We don't need to ask questions again, we don't need to argue. Now the order to not to miss in a category.
All right. Low. Oh my God. All right, let's take this one quick again. Let's see something quick.
The removal, who said the problem in the beginning? I think the way we remove the first the ACC commissioner not been proper. What happened in the case of the judiciary, wherein the Chief Justice and the President get a mutual consent for let the Chief Justice resign. That same situation therefore don't happen in the case of the ACC. A due process for them be followed. In the case of the Ombudsman. And I want for chipping that not only top people have been sacked, but for note that day, even people when are cleaner, even people when are just messenger, they don't sack them in public offices in maritime, NatCom, Statistics Sierra Leone, because of their political views, because of their surname.
See, nothing will change. If things there for change, people then get for change.
But the process is like some offices get tenure. Now the process, the they concerned about. Like the Attorney General's office, it gets the minister, the AG's office, it gets Chief Justice, sorry, the Chief Justice in office get tenure, the ACC in office get tenure. So now that process stay where people and say not follow the due process.
We follow the procedure and make sure say we get we young person we go fight for it. We accuse the last government, say they not show that enthusiasm for fight corruption. We get a news here. We now want to keep the old person there. Then we know the show say we serious. Enthusiasm.
Well, I always tell you, say, Shembepia and uncle is very, very petty and so petty. You know, sometimes the way how this man they handle issues them now, TV shows, radio shows. I always say, me not see that kind fitness where he gets for be a caretaker. No hard feelings, no disrespect. But for be a caretaker, he get for qualify on one thing first. Your method of approaching. You for know how you they come out and talk to people. You for know how you they react on certain things them. Because I always say, when they look at those people for be a role model them. As one part in video, where he even course, after he don't course, Nadite is say, we want for country now for be good politicians then.
Okay.
Please, I not
cut you word. I just want to clear something quick. I hope this gets exactly written at the camera now. Let's just get this quick. Let's just get it quick with the camera just now.
We have added another problem, which is making things even worse, which is taking us backwards and not forward. And what is that? It is the seeming policy of division and exclusion, marginalization of a society. We have added another problem, which is making things even worse, which is taking us backwards and not forward. And what is that? It is the seeming policy of division and exclusion, marginalization of a certain group. That is not good for business. The political instability and tension is not encouraging investment. Division on tribal lines does not consolidate peace. It perpetuates resentment. Now, yesterday, in the opening statement of our leaders, we were inspired in so many ways that we saw that our leaders, for the first time, admitting to fault and willing to take responsibility. But we also see that there is a big gap between rhetoric and reality. We are preaching peace, yet we are undermining those institutions that foster peace. We can give countless examples, but I don't want to bore you right now with examples. Let me just mention a few. You cannot preach peace and you're sacking people who are guaranteed with security of tenure under the Constitution and the statute.
Yes, we have received my letter now from the HR. This is my letter of termination of contract. SSL.
Alpha Somali Kote. Alpha Somali Kote. Edward Bangura. Edward Bangura.
Termination.
Mohamed Kago.
C, this is termination of service.
You cannot preach peace and you impose a speaker on parliament against the majority party in parliament. We cannot preach peace when it seems like appointments are being done on tribal lines.
All right, so I think I feel okay now for make a let we come up with this particular side where then they sack people in public one. Somebody just a challenge we from Facebook say they not ever sack people in public one, and that's why I feel pleased that we able to come up with this particular clip where people they call people and name them for sack them public one. Now why not all them put them all? Then they call their name like where anybody didn't answer to register. Arrest me case. Still I not get beaucoup toko.
Well, maybe people it can be so disappointing where some people they see the truth. As I say yesterday, just because of empathy color, just because it feels say in the benefits, it is see the white, so it is call them black. You know, this is too shameful and painful for we as Sierra Leoneans them, because if only we they go with this kind of concept, we know they ever get a better Sierra Leone. Because if I say are the benefits from this government, so if this government they going the wrong way, I'm not for talk I don't feel same in as Sierra Leonean. So I can see some of them people where they come and attack the truth for be foreigners them. I can see some of them people where they come and attack the truth for I'm not saying that people will get future. No hard feelings. If we talk about marginalization here, this government don't display them. They don't even hide them, because if they hide them, they do them behind us. We say make we can argue or this. But we always they tell you say we not idle for come sit down here with the talk. If we sit down here they talk, we they do it in the interest of Mama Salon. We know they do it in the interest of no political party. So because we they do them in the interest of Mama Salon, we always they bring things to them with evidence. Because we care about with credibility more than the so-called politicians they argue for. If they reach a time, them politicians they want to take so high, we and them they snap a certain platform. People they choose we more than them, because now people them will not care about themselves.
Okay.
How they tip now so that they lie. So as you know, tip and lie they go the same way. Now so it can be so we're not gonna get time for now. Okay. Now we don't play the video. So they call Bangura, Kamara, Sise, Kagbo. You hear them call Morovia de. You hear them call John de, Ibrahim John, Yeri ande. You hear Bakio ade, Yeri Beto ade. Because they do because of tribal lines. Because they do they feel say the people where they go there Sunday me are not supported, but they forget say even the people them where they feel say they get them Sunday me, some of them are the supporters there. But just because they feel say come on at the north or any other area where not to the stronghold, you don't stand as an odul for them as waiting caretaker. You're just talking at the video play you. So being that them people are now oduls for them people are caretaker bio when are the caretaker they give command and them various offices there for me they sack them. But you they see all the facts here, you they see them educated full stem what we get, they come na the comment, so man they go na phone call, they still argue. This na high time we no for encourage some of them na haters to this country.
Okay.
We know the pronouncement for be citizens. We know na haters them.
No verse.
Because if you now peaceful citizens who want this country for go before, you they see all the truth here, you know they come and attack people them say, not lie and they lie.
No verse.
Go ahead, my brother.
You know, sometimes when you get people away can boko way, no one for understand. We can want for let them understand. So now then and they make him talk less, and then we give them more of what they for understand. You know, this sacking, it don't plenty. It don't so much that, you know, sometimes we can talk, say, certain thing in the way person don't do bad thing, wicked person, we don't do bad thing. If nobody know they around that for do bad, you know say the turn pa yon picking where the wickedness don't come pa, the turn pa yon picking back home. So they don't sack people because of they all not see the same and at the same side in terms of political views. Then now they don't turn to themselves, they don't begin sack themselves just inside the party, or they don't begin suspend themselves because of voting or voting. I beg, if you say a lie,
women's leader,
so
women's wing.
Not just confirm about if not true.
Your Excellency, I know say today not today will for complain where we for begin the same negative things then. But I want for bring to your attention, say some of them women they will already vote for our forest, then don't begin getting letter of suspension. Now they will place them. I want bring them to your attention. I could begin bring the letters and they to you. Then don't begin getting suspension letter then say because they vote for our forest. But the same people then say then I say PP. And we say we did lead a democratic party. I want bring them to your attention.
Well, you see, so now they think this, and they tell you this. They don't sack people and say now. Then they even forget say, not to all election where then they go now against the opposition. Now they just don't feel say any election where they go now opposition and they go do election with. So after the election, anybody will not vote in the favor of them. They go with. So just imagine if inside their own party, then they suspend people them because of they not vote for who that they want. What thing they go do to opposition? But caretaker don't talk and say anybody will not support them or will not vote for them can be huddled. So what thing they do? They put who that want for who that going for understand them better. So if in Bobo themselves do that one, they are not thinking a problem.
It doubts me no more. We all them videos, so man, not agree for understand what's in the world.
Why don't for understand?
You know, it's shameful because the comments that where they come and talk, you get people and they with high morale where they watch them comment there, they see you, they comment them kind of way. I mean, it is not done, man. Let people that try for step up the game. Don't forget about party, don't forget about color. Love is the reality because of the country. If you're not born Pekin self, maybe you brother in Pekin, you go on tomorrow for make you able to enjoy Mama Salon. Because not to make you again, may you not go to go soon.
Okay, let me continue with the manifesto, same under the same thing. They say there has been a constant state of fear and a feeling of segregation among persons perceived as non-APC. So that have been then and do. Right now it all was. We don't tell you say things that don't happen in the past. Really things that don't happen way bad. But now then they multiply them. You try to be the go square 2 times 1 2 But then get one particular part of the multiplication where in order go what you get and they give 1 times 1 1 1 times 2 2 1 times 3 3. You understand But when begin go 2 3 it give you big number there. You understand Before this, you say 1 times 1, it is saying 1 still. But when you go 2, you say waiting 2 times 1. When you go waiting, they happen, 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3.
When something happen. You don't care.
So now, then people they multiply the numbers then now. If APC be they do bad, but then they say 1 times 1, 1, 1 times 2. In as much as it happen, but yes, let be so no more. But now then they say no double them. 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 12. You understand, Then they give you long jump. Yeah. So they say now people be the afraid and they because of the kind of way out then they push them a corner because of waiting and believe because of they're not to APC. But now they don't do and say they don't sack APC then say then they suspend now then say fall.
Now you see the reggae.
The snake a long thing. It don't go to it forget say in tail now lesbian. It's on to begin it in tail. Anyway, let's go to the next part. It says this mood has stifled many government institutions, thrown the public sector into utter chaos, and undermined the productivity and morale of a large part of the workforce. Not a funnel. This kind way out and don't do so. Let's look for statistics, for example. Then be the grumble say certain thing and the way they know able to do this and this. Because the one the way they meet say all them sack. So how that kind way out then the sack not go among the productivity and the morale of the workforce. In the well, one other part where very, very, very serious. Now get for do with the area of the Auditor General, Inside the manifesto, my brother take this here because this is sweet. And yesterday we say sweet. This is sweet past all. Inside the manifesto, part 5. Let's watch if not part 5. Are sure? Or part 4. Anyone now? Then say fighting corruption and improving accountability. Listen here, waiting them in talk about APC. At the reader, then you can see waiting and they do now inside SLPP 10. Then say corruption has been the main governance Achilles heel for successive governments in Sierra Leone and the greatest threat to national progress and development, as well as posing the biggest threat of our national stability and security. That's not true. From the highest echelon of political office to the justice and security sector, from the streets to the hospital and classroom, in almost every facet of public life, there seems to be corruption. That's not true. It was identified by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission as one of the main causes of the civil war. That's not true. So, if that's the B, APC don't do their own. What do we not get for sake but this? Then say, despite the gain made in the fight against corruption symbolized by the establishment of the Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, by the last SLPP government in 2000, and its empowerment with independent prosecutorial power by the APC government in 2008, national development is still perennially constrained by corruption at various levels of administration. Please, now you read small, I can't explain. At the core, in the absence of political will reflected in the inability or unwillingness. Okay, I think now the thing don't begin inside the business. Now they don't begin talk about themselves. Inside the manifesto, waiting and talk say na in the last government do. Please, una take note and see if na him then self they do. Okay? Listen this one. Then say at the core is the absence of political. Underline am I go safo. Okay, let's take on this other angle. Then say when you say at the core, the most important one. Now the absence of political will. That means say the head, the politicians them, from the government part to the parliament, the executive to the legislature, they're not glad or they're not ready for make them show so much reflect that kind of transparency. Yeah, listen am. You say absence of political will reflected in the inability or willingness of parliament to scrutinize the public accounts audit submitted to it by the Audit Service Sierra Leone. He say the Public Account Committee willingness not there. That now this committee where in a parliament where they look into every public spending. Then say this not already at all for look inside the audit report where then they send a parliament. You get me? That's why the APC they talk about so. He say in the past 5 years, and not in the 11 years, because this is now 2018. He say in the past 5 years of the APC administration, that are 2012 to 2017. For example, the nation has witnessed the publication of a series of robust annual audits. Listen this word. This na Lara, then they talk about so. Did you understand? Yeah. The manifesto they talk about Lara Telopias. This wonderful Lara Telopias. This bad Lara Telopias right now. This unprofessional Lara Telopias. Yeah? This misconduct Lara Telopias. Now this then they talk about so. Listen here. Then say the nation has witnessed the publication of a series of robust annual audit. When they say robust, serious annual audit report by the Audit Service Sierra Leone, providing evidence of leakages to support the claim of gross inefficiency and ineptitude, giving rise to a culture of meaningless corruption investigation and rendering the precedent promise of no sacred cow a sham. So now, then say, because of all of this, the anti-corruption, the kind of work where they do, and the call of the former caretaker by then, and it's by Kuruma, for make where it say no sacred cow, that in a sham. Because they're not the look inside the audit report at all. The Public Accounts Committee, not the look inside them, and they're not the debate them. That's not been true. That's not the reality. The Public Accounts Committee in a parliament not be really they look inside this proper one. That's not the reality, because when we say in a parliament, now so even they happen. That's not been true. But now, then say where you get torchlight, you want for points and a person in your eye. You're not going to know how the person be feeling. Pass then turn the torchlight back by your eye. And they tell you go say, it dark, eh? Now, this thing they turn them pan the APC where they come back home. No worry. Then say na sham. Then say parliament oversight. It's completely okay. Before we waiting them. Last is something before I continue. Okay. So listen this one. Then say where am I? Parliament oversight is completely moribund, entrenching a culture of impunity for corrupt practices. Okay, at the Holland first. You understand what we saying? All of these things, na thing where SLPP been pick up. But we tell you say, SPC been depend 1 times stable. 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 2. Then at the own pattern down there. SLPP come then say waiting. 2 times 5, 10. 5 times 5, 25. Then just the double them, or how they call them no now. So, in as much as them be aware say the kind of corruption where audit reports they pull na do the evidence the way they give. Then no one for let them see them in that same kind light. Then no one for see them in that same kind light. So what happen? Then say from where they come, where they begin pull bala audit report with evidence of corruption. Then self not agree for look into the audit report. Then scared. Well, just now I've been telling you say 1 times 1 na 1 eh? But 5 times 10 almost, not to 50. Then they not only not tap for look into the audit report, they not only not go after people the way they say they don't thief the money of the country. Anti-corruption come, they say that they look inside it. Now they say no, parliament for example, they not be understand. Let we left them. Or office of the first lady for example, and not understand. Let we left them. All the money where they eat na both case. All right. Now for let you know say 5 times 10 na 50. Where they don't see say they not read the report and other one they na road for waiting then they do right time family. Not so the Auditor General and the Open Tribunal for so then say they investigate them for unprofessional and misconduct. That person where they say they do robust reports. Not so me brother, arrest. Me adjust the chick for you know what. Now you get a business today. Enjoy.
You know, I just smile na mi corner because this is so funny and playful. But you know why some of we know the doubt? We already know waiting this group of SLPP capable of doing. If this same caretaker BO be the post, Chernobyl, and I top them in publications, them way they pull, and they post them. You know, today, as I talk now, the first enemy in our life, the first enemy, na Chernobyl. Now, come to Lara. Maybe what I don't read for you. I don't want to talk against her. Because the thing is too funny, playful, petty, excuse me, all kind common the way they think of. Now so the thing they. The big English them, you know, Alexis Genge, it's a bit described in man them, in laws them. Now, any comment else na educated fools them. And now all educated fool, they act like how the guys are they act so. Today, Bible and Shembepia go talk fine about them na paddy. But when Bible and Shembepia points the church light span now, they begin to know it they disturb me eye now for all time. So you see, I sweet, that make me remind you back. The speech where Samura Kamara began during the presidential debate 2018. He said, hey, you they talk, you not did it. And I'm not saying a person knows how to manage a county. You know, sometimes the way you they out of the pond, a different with where you they in the pond. Now, you don't come at the house, you don't come facing. Instead, because you're not able to make, you sit down, serve full, so people not even faint by you deal, you they come back and attack people them, whether they try their own best at the offices them. Lara, Pearce, where this SLPP will give grade A, say, it is right, then they use all kind of English, oh boss, this, that. Today then they investigate them. They say, no, you know, they do professional work now in office. But we tell you one thing, that man done the village self, where you they try for fool. We don't stand tranga one for make it understand what they go on. Because when social media not be stand up it, some of them tell them people they write in a paper and family them. Not to all man able read them. Some man they read themselves, you know, they even understand them. But with the social media and with family, our self-calm, we say no. Some of them people are English, we need to put them to the lowest Creole. Because Creole majority, 99.9% we they speak.
All right.
We they try to break them down
we
to make people understand.
In business, you defend all kind of word. As far as I'm
concerned,
you know, me uncle,
I know they talk to you.
As far as I'm concerned, me uncle don't do all thing I manifesto. I beg. For let you
well,
shame. No, I want you shame. Bible here. I want let you shame today. Please listen to me, uncle again, please. I want let you shame, please. You need for shame.
So, maybe I would just touch on a few national issues. We find for make we know. Everybody they holla, yes, it's true. Hardship day. Who said the hardship come on? Now the whole world today. If you did not Australia, you did not America, you did not, they said they talk them. And they are even worried about more. So not to salon, not to we own economic policies or mismanagement. As a matter of fact, the way we don't handle things then, taking into consideration what we inherit, we have done a great job. I not say, you know, people then they talk, then they do all kinds of things, but I want to make when I get confidence, I be always provide that strong leadership where I've been telling us, say, under me own leadership, SLPP no go shame. Amen. We don't do several things then way for make it team up any side. You know they cost anybody. You tell and say, "Bo, me na politics. Can't talk to you about me government. They don't do A, B, C. You go you pass Z. Because the manifesto will be put out. When are the written document of the things that will be say we they do? When I will put out, we don't done that one day. The things that we they, in fact, we don't do more things than the day inside the manifesto.
Yes, the manifesto will be put. All the things that we did, we don't do past that one day. You know, some of these people where they clap, then they clap when they say, you don't get choice. No way. And some of them, they clap not because of waiting caretaker at the top for saying that true. You know, so tell way person the line, they lie again. You will get people where they holler, hey. Now some of them clap at this man they receive, where they feel proud of himself. If he say people they jubilate, people they celebrate her. You know, we get a caretaker where I know I use the word dryer again, but it's a witch. This is a wizard. But let me tell you, one with family member, the comment Jishno say, the people of Wiyad, they set their own tribunal for caretaker bill 2023, meaning if then they feel the pinch, meaning if then they suffer, meaning if they feel say this man not capable for rule, meaning if they feel say all the way to this man they talk not true. But if we feel say na lie, we own tribunal, I think say it very strong than they always set for Lara to Pearce. When it comes to this man, at times, now we're no more, but so I tell you, I'm not you want to talk safe. Because talk to a person really shame. Even when they Allah by you, I think say this man, not to say he don't know what they do, but they do and deliberately. And they feel say this man one day they don't reason out of all the things that what they do, is step up in game for improve certain things them. But every day not the worst. Every day not the worst. If he like the 8th day, tomorrow we come and develop him to another level. So all this don't tell we say this man not ready for bring no change in this country. But because of that one day, if me and you feel say, waiting we go through right now, we're not comfortable with that. We know what we they do. Not if we're going to street, go cause person, because again talks them, we don't police them, which is soldiers them. But to get who they fight, we all fight, when nobody, not they know, who don't act in company. So if we feel say, we're not okay with what they go on. Now, Mama Salon. Now, December, so. Look 2023 under. As we enter and so say January, February, March, April, now rondo. But honestly speaking, behind the scene, we know they see nothing say people even see us because of the things that they grumble for. A clear picture to the elections them where they go on right now. And not forever feel say then people have for they jubilate against it. Although they get a dubious game the way neck they do for them. But again, for saying wrong for person, now where is it near the number where they defend. But still a lot of people they grumble. One day money when they go get there for it, they change them immediately for go do the wrong thing back. Well, I can always tell you say sufferness day by level. So tell me, brother, and I will suffer. Say, we will buy that brain all the eat. We will pay that picking school fee because free education on the salon. We do not get free education at all. As a student, I tell you, I must add the pay for me picking in the out. But sufferness day by level. So tell me, brother, we will turn, 2 turn to 4, or amend things. But some of you don't even know how for turn 1 to 2. But now una they argue big fully. Where time reach for votes, una not the one vote with una conscience. Well, it left to you. It left to you. We don't try our best. We still a try. If you listen, it's fine. If you not listen, now your cup of tea. But I rest my case.
All right, since you rest your case, I think we rest the program again today. Thank you very much. For where you don't take your time for joining me inside the program, please hit for the like button. If you get the information that you feel say they're useful to you, we appreciate you. Like for the program, share them, and then whatever thing you feel say you can do, you can able to do. And please don't forget, we get with PayPal. And today don't be the 7, eh? All right. The
Yeah.
15 and the target will be put for week 3 grand. Right, so one for Tuna, thank you. We appreciate Tuna all the team members. Them, thank you very much. We appreciate Tuna all. Well, until we meet again, it's another beautiful edition of the program we had. Well, Tuma, now waiting.
Let we blow we mind the truth we get for saying. And no matter what, the truth you get for saying. Try save the future, the truth you get for saying. And no matter what, the truth you get for saying. Come blow your mind.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m. salon time. 3 p.m. salon time, we go there as well again for we talk. And this one, now you they call and talk about waiting and waiting. The more you. So please keep in mind again, Caretaker Bio say it don't do all waiting in time manifesto for you now too. And other things then they really happen. The tribunal, yeah, they don't set up them, they don't take oath of office, the members them, and plenty other things there. Well, so we will go for discuss plenty things tomorrow inside the program. Well, until we meet again inside another beautiful edition of We Yard, we will be Thursday. Lomine will be tomorrow Wednesday. Me and Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter, they say God bless we all.
Well, of course, Fambula just join me, brother, for say plenty thank you. So now we donate, share, like, argue, do all things that we had. We appreciate you now they come and counter we, they come and cost we, come and say we na propaganda, we na APC, we na NGC, we na C4C. Any part where you want put with the most important thing we know what they do and we do for we country. So any angle where you come, we appreciate you. We just hope say you will not get yesterday for listening. By tomorrow, you will listen and understand. Waiting me brother they talk. Because of that day, until we meet again tomorrow on another beautiful edition, we not blow mind. It's at the same channel, 3 p.m. salon time prompt. We go there, so you say go call and take part and tell you what's the morning you now we are. I love you all. Stay blessed. Till we meet again tomorrow.
Yes, subscribe. You always the watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All what you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It not get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you the support we for make we do more. Thank you for your help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.